From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for February 25th, 2015. I'm Sarah Singletary.
And I'm Angel Norris. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University students cast their ballot to elect the next group of officers for Troy University Student Government Association. Courtney Chandler takes a look at today's SGA Executive Officer election.
On Wednesday, the Troy University Student Government Association held its second election for the spring semester. This election gave students the opportunity to vote for who they wanted to serve in the executive offices in the Student Government Association.
So today we have elections for president, vice president of campus activities, vice president of legislative affairs, clerk, and secretary.
Cole says this is the second biggest election the SGA holds for the year, and each executive office holds a big responsibility.
Well, these are the 5 people that are going to really be the faces of the university for the next year. So I feel like that's really important to make an informed decision and to get these 5 people who are going to obviously do the best job and are going to represent SGA and Troy University the highest.
Along with the SGA elections on Wednesday, students also could nominate teachers for the Ingalls Award as well.
The Ingalls Award is given for someone who displays outstanding teaching in the classroom, and part of what they do is they send students into the respective classrooms of different teachers and kind of see their teaching styles and everything like that. So there are different people represented from the different colleges, and today is kind of like the election and selection process for them and narrowing that down.
One student explained why she thought this SGA election is important and why students should come out and vote.
I think it's important because it kind of gets like as a student body, it gets our opinion out and they're able to tell the people that are above us what we want.
This is Courtney Chandler, Troy TrojanVision News.
Voting closed at 5 p.m. We will have results for the election tomorrow on Troy TrojanVision Midday.
Incidents dealing with conflicts between police officers and citizens have taken a spotlight, especially after the events in Ferguson, Missouri last year. One Troy University organization wanted to try and eliminate any possible barriers between students and local law enforcement. Deja Suarez has the story.
Troy University's 101 elite men held an informing meeting on Tuesday night to discuss proper procedures when interacting with law enforcement.
We want our police department to be approachable. So if anytime anybody has any complaints, we want those complaints to be dealt with and followed through with. If they have any questions about why we do what we do, like I said before, we want those questions asked.
Students share why they attended the meeting and why it is so important that the police's point of view be heard as well.
Actually, they gave a clear, concise interview with us, and that was what we needed to understand instead of having the media portray something for us.
Questions were answered for the men who attended the meeting, and it is highly recommended that students participate in forums involving law enforcement and learning their protocols to avoid future conflict. The head of 101 Elite shares his reasons behind inviting the guest speakers.
The purpose of setting up this meeting was so the students and the police officers can come on one accord, so the students can understand the procedure that the police officers actually have to go through in pulling somebody over, and so the students can actually understand the difference between what went on in the media and what actually police officers have to do.
This will not be the only time that 101 Elite invites law enforcement and other personnel to enlighten students and to answer any questions that may be of any concern.
This is the first meeting we've had with police officers and the students. We actually, in the future, plan on doing several more meetings, so the students can become more acquainted with the officers and the local community and on the university.
It is important that the community and law enforcement interact to establish trust as well as knowledge behind actions that officers are required to take. Building this relationship will reduce stereotype that many people and the media have against police. Deja Suarez, Troy TrojanVision News.
101 Elite men say this town hall meeting could be the first of many designed to help improve relations between students and local government. Troy University has been in the middle of an effort to become an all-Steinway school, meaning that the School of Music would only play Steinway pianos.
Well, this week the school achieved their goal as a truckload of Steinway pianos were delivered to campus. Amy Austin has the details.
The Troy Steinway initiative is finally complete as 26 Steinway uprights and grands were brought to Troy University on Monday night.
We are getting the delivery of all of our Steinway pianos. So we are so excited about this. This is something we've been working on for a long time now. So it's sort of the culmination of a dream.
Students that are a part of the John M. Long School of Music helped unload and unpack the new pianos. One student said he wanted to help unload the best pianos out there.
I came tonight because I'm a member of the piano studio here at Troy University in the School of Music, and it's a really awesome experience to be able to unbox the best pianos in the world.
And both the faculty and students said how important this initiative is to the Troy University Music Department.
It is absolutely a critical piece in our recruiting package. Steinway, as you know, is a mark of excellence, and Troy stands for excellence. But we took it even a step higher because we're going to become an all-Steinway school, which means that we will be the 17th school in the world that has only Steinway brand pianos in our schools.
Troy University is Alabama's international university, so Steinway is an international brand. So this will help us get students from other countries to help serve here and to study piano at Troy.
And while all the Steinways now belong to Troy, the fundraising is still in full swing to finish paying them off.
We had to raise a lot of money, and we have to continue to raise money. We still, the University Foundation loaned us some money so that we could go ahead and get the pianos in so that we could recruit for next year. But in addition to raising the money for the pianos, we'd like to raise money for a maintenance fund so that it can take care of the pianos, and as the program grows, buy other pianos so we would never have to do a really big fundraising initiative again.
And the new pianos were shown to the public as Dr. Long directed various teachers and students playing Stars and Stripes Forever. Amy Austin, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And later in our show, we will hear from representatives from Steinway & Sons during our Trojan Talks segment.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. An Alabama judge is agreeing with prosecutors in limiting medical testimony about a 9-year-old girl who was allegedly run to death by her grandmother, 59-year-old Joyce Harden-Garand. The judge granted a prosecution motion to prevent testimony about the way hospitals cared for the child after she collapsed in 2012.
Precipitation is spreading into Alabama, and forecasters say the state's northern counties could be covered by snow within hours. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for North Alabama. Snowfall predictions ranging from 2 inches to 4 inches are common around Birmingham and its southern suburbs, with up to 6 inches possible north of the city. Governor Robert Bentley has declared a state of emergency.
A North Alabama man wanted on charges of receiving stolen property is in custody after a 10-year manhunt. The Colbert County Sheriff says 49-year-old Jeffrey Lee Scott of Tuscaloosa was arrested Monday at a mobile home in rural Winston County.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News, the baseball team hosted their first midweek game of the season. Find out how they did when Amy Austin joins us in sports.
And the jury has made a decision on what kind of sentencing they think Chris Kyle's killer should get. Stay tuned for more.
React after a jury convicts Eddie Ray Ralph at the American Sniper trial. I'm Adriana Diaz at the courthouse in Stephenville, Texas. The story coming up.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
The baseball team returned home to defend its 2-game winning streak. The Sanford Bulldogs came to Troy but were left with a goose egg. The baseball team continued its win streak with a shutout victory against Sanford at Riddle Pace Field. Troy defeated the Bulldogs 6-0 in their first midweek game.
Well, I got to start out with Austin Crook, how well he threw the ball tonight, and how well he managed a couple innings there where he got in some trouble, I think. But overall, another real solid baseball game by our team. And like I told them the other night, they're starting to do some really good things. We just got to continue to build on those things, try to improve a little bit. You know, defensively, another 2 errors tonight. We got to start shaving those back. But other than that, I think we're playing pretty good.
The pitching staff is having a successful start to the season, according to head coach Bobby Pierce. The team's ERA is 1.51.
I don't remember if we've ever went this far into a season with this kind of ERA and this many shutouts. Credit to the pitching staff, credit to Coach Phillips, what they're doing.
And senior infielder Trevin Hall was a standout throughout the game. He went 3 for 4 at the plate and had 4 RBIs.
Offensively, the story was Trevin Hall, who continues to be hot. Got hot in Pensacola, stayed hot tonight, did most of the damage for us. Well, Trevin made an offensive adjustment, a little back elbow change. This really lined him up, got his timing really nice, and now he's starting to center up balls, not miss them. He's got good power, he's showing that. So I think the small adjustment he made has got him on track.
The Trojans will now host a weekend series as Southern Miss comes to Troy. The first game will be Friday night at 6. The softball team headed to Montgomery to take on Alabama State in the makeup doubleheader. The Trojans started off strong and ran away with the games. In Game 1, Troy defeated Alabama State 14-2. Michelle Phelps went 3 for 3 for the Trojans and had 1 RBI. Amanda Winters also performed well at the plate as she went 2 for 3 and had 2 RBIs. In the second game, the long ball pushed the Trojans to a 10-2 victory. Junior Hannah Day was the highlight for the second game as she went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs. Carla Kaler also had a homer in the 5th to put the Trojans back on top and give them the lead that they would never relinquish. The Trojans will hit the road to DeLand, Florida to compete in the Stetson Classic over the weekend. The track and field team finished out the Sun Belt Conference Championship coming in 9th place. 2 freshmen, Niata Alexander and Sydney Wright, broke personal records in the 400-meter dash and the 60-meter dash. Alexander won 3rd in the final race of the 400-meter dash. Another freshman also saw a personal record fall. Sarah Zylstra competed in the 1-mile run and finished with a time of 5 minutes and 15 seconds. This closed out the indoor season for the track and field team. The outdoor season will begin on March 6th. And one women's basketball player is receiving both conference and national awards. Junior guard Ashley Beverly Kelly was named the Sun Belt Conference Player of the Week. Beverly Kelly also was named to the CollegeSportsMadness.com National Mid-Major Player of the Week. She's averaging 34.5 points a game. She also is leading the country with the most points scored in a game with the total at 46. And head coach Chandler Rigby said that Beverly Kelly has contributed to the team's wins.
Well, I always feel like ABK should probably be the Player of the Week in the nation, but she actually was this week, the Mid-Major Player of the Week. And so we're proud of that. She also got Sun Belt Conference Player of the Week. It started off with a performance at Georgia Southern where she scored 46 points on a very tough road win. If she would have been anything less than that, we wouldn't have won it. It was an overtime win.
Beverly Kelly and the rest of the team are on the road to San Marcos, Texas to take on Texas State.